All right, you guys, so you see the thumbnail. So I'm gonna show you how to make a Southern fried pork chop smothered in home gravy, not box. All right, you guys, let's get to cooking.
Welcome back, my home cooks and chef. You guys, we got something good today. We're gonna go into the Southern again. We're gonna be doing a Southern smothered fried pork chop, you guys. So let's get into the ingredients of what we got. And we got some seasoning. One thing I'm gonna tell you is make sure you wash your pork chops thoroughly. So I like to add a little cider vinegar, water, rinse it off. I already have done this step. Also, to get some flour that you're gonna be dredging it in and stuff like that. This is gonna be a dry batter and stuff like that. We're gonna fry it in. And I'm gonna get ready to season it up, you guys. All right, so let's get to seasoning them up. Now, what I'm doing is seasoning them with TNT's all-purpose seasoning. Pretty good, you know what I'm saying? So, hopefully it goes great. I know it go great on his pork loin, but what I'm gonna do is try it on my pork chops. All right, Thyron, you know what I'm saying? Don't disappoint me, because I don't normally mix up my seasonings when it comes down to my southern fried pork chops, especially in gravy. But he have a lot of herbs and spices here, which I do like, which is all in one, so it's pretty cool. So just season both sides, of the pork chop. These are not, these are kind of from the, this is pork chops from the shoulder, so they cut them up and stuff like that. So, and then I do like pepper. I'm a huge pepper fan when it comes down to that on my pork chops. So sprinkle a little pepper over it and stuff like that. All right, you guys. So let's get to shaking and baking. All right, that's all I need. I think that's enough seasoning on there. Now you can put your flour. That's about a cup or two of flour, depending on how much pork chops you have. You want them like this, you guys. Flour pretty good. Stick them in here, shake them up, in the bag. I remember back in the day, my grandmother, they would shake and bake in a brown paper bag. Stores hardly ever give you a brown paper bag, but they go great. I mean, it would go good with this, but since they came out with a lot of Ziploc bags, hey, easier, and you can store it, in the refrigerator. So make sure it's fully coated on all sides when you're shaking and baking, y'all. The reason why I like this pork chop because it got that nice fat. You know what I'm saying? On the rim of it, the more fat, the better when it comes down to anything pork. All right, you guys. So I'm gonna get ready to get the fryer up. Everything is all dredged and battered, and we're gonna get ready to deep fry. All right, you guys. So we see that the pan has got a little hot rolling boil, so we're about to get ready to fry them up. For some of you that don't like to fry, worry about it popping on you, just do it in the air fryer. You know what I'm saying? So you'll be less stress on you, less worried about, if it's gonna pop or not. But this is how we do it. You know what I'm saying? Cast iron skillet, everything's gonna be in one pot. The gravy, onion, everything's gonna be whipped up in here. Sorry, so I'm gonna let these fry up. You know what I'm saying? Finish up the fry, take them out, and get ready to do the gravy. Then we're gonna be smothering these in. All right, so we're getting ready to make this brown gravy. Now I like beef gravy. So I'm gonna show you a little trick that I do. You can actually do your gravy from scratch. It's real easy. Now this right here is beef tallow, which I rendered off of some, a brisket. So I'm gonna use that to fry it. To make my gravy. Since I want the beef flavoring, and it's always great on smothered pork chops. Now if you want to, you can take the short route and get the gravy, but I say ain't nothing like making your own. So I'm gonna try to, render this down. melt this down, and we get over to making this beef gravy. So we're gonna be smothering this pork chop. So we're gonna use all this flavoring from the flour and everything that we were, frying the pork chops in to bring some flavor into it. Say it with me, guys. You know what I'm saying? Flavor, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Is your friend. Just like fat is your friend. You know what I'm saying? So what we're gonna do is I have some chopped up onions. I have a large chopped up onion that we're gonna be adding into this. So that's all I'm gonna do is just get it to. So scrape up the bottom. You know what I'm saying? Get all that little flavor in because you want all of that in your gravy. And then after we finish doing this gravy, guys, this is a pretty much easy gravy to do. Like I said, so you don't really have to go out there and spend tons of money, or not even tons of money, buying a pack. If you want to do it yourself, this is one way to do it to make it authentic. You know what I'm saying? So, you like I said, build flavors. That's my key. I always tell everybody, you know what I'm saying? You want to build on flavor. So if you want yours to taste different from the rest, this is what you got to do. So, all right, you guys. So you see it smoking up. So add in your onions. I like lots of onions. So if you're not an onion person, you know what I'm saying, to each his own. But I'm an onion person, guys. And when you're doing smothered pork chops, I don't care. You got to have some onions in there. Make sure the oil's on all of it. I'm a pepper guy, you guys, so sprinkle a little pepper in. And now, you gotta add in your aromatics. So you'll be like, what's aromatics? Your garlic, guys. So sprinkle in your garlic. Love lots of garlic. So this is chopped up garlic in here. Mind you, it's not gonna be hard like this. Mind you, we're gonna be boiling this down in a gravy. So, yeah. So just make sure you incorporate all of this in. Smelling good already. You ain't even cooked it. Now, mind you, you don't have to do all of this, like I said. You can just do this, flip it in, roll it around in the oil, in the fat, because fat is how you make your gravy. So if you notice, it's kind of the same way how you would make a gumbo with roux, with flour, and oil, and whatever else you might want to put in there. The same way we're making gravy, you guys. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna let this, cook down, and I'm gonna add in the flour. Show you what we're gonna do next. All right, so we're gonna be adding our flour. And there's no particular measurements, like I said. Now I'll give you a generic measurement in the description below, but the reason why I say that is because it just depends on how much you're cooking, how long, and what you're cooking it in. So just stir it around. I know this doesn't look appealing right now, but it will be very, very soon. Because we hadn't added in the water or fluid in here, which I got a little bit of chicken broth. So just stir it around. This is how you get all the little bits off the bottom. You guys. I don't do what I just did. I'm used to heat, so it doesn't bother me. All right, so we're gonna get ready to add in some water to our roux. Now stir it around, mix in all the ingredients. You see how it's already starting to thicken up? Add you some more water. Now this is just a cup that I added in right now. Just make sure you mix everything in. See how quick it started already? We don't want to get too thickened because we want to add in so add in 2 more cups of water. So, because you want to still have, what you're trying to do is make sure you have enough where your water is thickened enough. I just put a cup in right there, where everything is kind of incorporated in. You're gonna add in. Once you get to this consistency, make sure all your flour kind of mixed in. You don't want to have clumps, lumps, whatever it is. But like I said, this is Southern, so you may see some lumps. You know what I'm saying? Hey, it's all gonna taste good, you guys. So this is not perfect, where you're trying to not have lumps. Now there's a way to do it. You can blend your gravy up, but we're not doing it. This is back in the day. Southerners didn't have a blender to blend up their gravy. You know what I'm saying? They had a family to feed, mouths to feed, so they just had to do what they had to do. So go on and put in your pork chops with an S. Alrighty, so all of them are in. Put this bad boy on low and let it do its thing. Make sure your pork chops are fully covered. See how thick that's already coming along? So just gonna let it make it do its magic. And we're gonna get back to it. Alright, you guys, so let this simmer, you know what I'm saying, and tender up those pork chops.
All right, you guys, so the smothered pork chops are done. Serve them up with some white rice and some greens or whatever you like, or even some cornbread. If you're new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.